a brewery just off the strip, a family-owned establishment called Lovelady Brewery. In this video, we'll be talking about how their craft beer is unique, special, and worth visiting. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to tell you how they've made drinking a beer a healthy habit. Stick around. Hello, my name's Alfredo, and this is Off the Strip, where I introduce you to places just off the Las Vegas Strip. It's a great way to take a break and to take a few hours away from the crowd. If this is your first time to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. More information is listed in the description below. Today, we are visiting the Lovelady Brewery in downtown Henderson. We'll be taking a closer look at their 1,400 square foot facility and tasting some craft beers. Head brewer Richard Lovelady is one of 4 Lovelady brothers that founded and opened this establishment with their close friend Mike Brooks. So let's take a look. I brought with me 2 friends that like to drink beer.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm a beer drinker.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm also a beer drinker.
You guys ready to taste some beer?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hey, my name's Richard Lovelady. I'm the head brewer here, I guess, at Lovelady Brewing Company. How we got started, my wife said when both our kids were in college, either you're starting your own brewery or we're moving back to Northern California. And ends up being cheaper to open a brewery in Nevada than it is to buy a house in Northern California. So here we are. I did convince all my brothers to go in with me and open up the place. So that's kind of how we got started here. Well, all the brothers are native Nevadans, first of all. Our grandmother lived up the street for 40, 45 years and taught here at Basic High in Henderson. My mom graduated from Basic High here. So we have a long connection going back, and one of the things we wanted to do, like you said, is be part of the community. So part of that was starting the brewery in downtown Henderson, which at the time, and it still is, it's a redevelopment area. So it's kind of on hard times. So we wanted to build this and kind of kickstart development in this area. As far as community goes, just like a lot of breweries, we do a ton of charity work. And some of it might be as easy as donating a keg. But every other month or so, we actually open up the tap room to a charity. I've been brewing long enough where I can come up with recipes for most beers, at least the malt background for the barley. But the additives like peppers or fruit or spice and that kind of thing, it all depends on the time of year and what we're in the mood for. Or, frankly, we might have saw another beer out there and go, wow, let's try that one, and do our own take on it. It's all organic, basically. It's not planned out ahead of time, which I kind of like, because that's the whole idea. Those are the fun beers to do.
Okay, so here we are at Lovelady Brewery, sampling some craft beers. Ooh, this one's chocolate, coffee, and peanut butter. Let's see what it tastes like. Ooh, I taste coffee, chocolate, and peanut butter. Seriously, this one tastes just like a Reese's peanut butter cup. It's so good.
Mine is the number 12, Lord of the Hatch, which is a traditionally lighter beer with hints of roasted hatch chilies, which is a little bit.
So it's a little spicy?
Very, very slightly.
But it's a good flavor.
Oh yeah, it tastes more like chilies rather than heat.
Really? Nice.
Very good.
I like it. Which one do you got?
Alright, today I'm exclusively sipping on the Raspberry Feels Forever. It's a raspberry cheesecake stout with raspberry puree mixed with lactose to give it that creamy base and the chocolate finish flavor.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
This one is definitely, yeah, I can taste the raspberry. It's a little sweet. I prefer the Paleo Porter over this one because this one tastes like, seriously, if you ever come to Lovelady Brewery, get the Paleo Porter if you like Reese's peanut butter cups, because that's exactly what it tastes like. So what are you trying, Sam?
I am trying the Ninth Island, which is a pineapple sour. So it's a bit more of a lighter ale with a hint of pineapple. So it's just a nice all-around sour beer. I was a big fan of sours myself. Really enjoy it. So the one I've got over here is the number 4, Pop Atomic, which is a double IPA. And normally I don't really go for IPAs, but with the hint of the bitterness of the hops and the sweetness of the malts, it really kind of comes together. And I feel at the very least brings it all around. It's got a little bit of an aroma of tropical fruit as well. Overall, I think so. Probably one of my favorite IPAs.
Nice. I'm gonna keep going back to this paleo porter because it's just really good. Yum. My favorite one.
Well, so when I was 16, my mom and dad got a divorce. My dad ended up leaving his brewing equipment behind, and my mom, coincidentally enough, as we were living in Northern California at the time, was right up the street visiting my grandmother. So, of course, a couple 16-year-olds, we decided to brew our first batch of beer. My mom comes home, figures out what we did, throws a fit, calls my dad. My dad says, "Don't worry about it. It's our first batch. It'll be undrinkable." My dad later admitted his error on what a 16-year-old would and would not drink. And we became quite popular at school, in high school, as you might imagine. And we printed up T-shirts, sold 300 of them, continued brewing through high school, and we always wanted to open our own brewery. It just, took us another 20 plus years to finally get it happen.
Alright, so my name is Max Lovelady. I'm one of the brewers here at Lovelady Brewing. Behind me is our brew house. At the top right there, you have our grain holder where we mash in our grain. Below that's the mash kettle, and that's where we start all our brew days. We mash it into 45-degree water and start our mash rest from there. After that's all done, on the left, right behind me right here, we have our lauter tun, and that's where we extract the majority of our wort from the grain bed and etc. We send it back over there, we put it into a boil, and then depending on how long our boil goes for, we send it over to the cellar. Okay, so after our brew day, we'll send it into one of our 9 fermenters. We have 4 40s and 5 20-barrel fermenters. Our 40s we typically do for our flagship beers, Love Juice, Pineapple Sour. And in our 20s we mainly do like our smaller batches like the Red, the Paleo, all of our one-off beers. Right now we have 2 one-off beers going in, or going on, fermenting out.
That would be our Love Juice Northeast IPA, and the reason it's pretty popular is it's a really different kind of IPA. It has a lot of hop flavor, but it doesn't have that bitterness bite of like a West Coast IPA or a traditional types, and it's got a little fruity flavor to it, and I get a lot of people who don't like bitter beer that love that beer. What I will say about my beer, the beer here, is that if we say it's a porter, it's an IPA, etc., that's exactly what it's going to be, and every beer we make is very crisp, clean, and the flavor profile is there for what we advertise. My brother's got 20 plus years experience in brewing on big systems, and he hasn't made a mistake yet.
So this right here is our lift gate. This is where we store all our cans. We lift it up, and at the top you can see there's a conveyor belt up there. We have a paddle that pushes all the cans onto the belt for us, and they drop down this rinse tunnel to sanitize the can. You come down here, this is our screen where we interact with like flow, speed, and all that kind of stuff. And this right here, we have a 2-head filler, and then these blow out all the water and air from the cans so that when you guys are getting your beer, you don't have any oxidized beer. It still tastes carbonated, it still tastes fresh. And then down here we have the seamer where the cans go in, they get sealed up, and then if you follow that down, that's where we pack tech and we put them in the 6-pack holders, and after that we put them on the pallets and ship them out.
first time I came down here was to play Dungeons and Dragons. It was my first time ever playing. I brought my other coworker down here, and we had a really good time before we went across the street. This is actually my favorite beer that they have here. It's gonna be the pineapple sour that they have. It's at like 8.1%. It's fairly alcoholic, but it's straight fruity sour flavor, and it's delicious.
My favorite beer over here at Lovelady was the Ninth Island. It was crisp, it was easy. It was a nice sour beer with hints of pineapple and tropical fruit.
Hi, I'm Amber. I'm actually a local here in Henderson. I'm trying this Tango from Lovelady Brewery. It is a fermented malt seltzer. Has hints of tangerine. I'm gonna try it one more time. I kind of forgot. So it's really light. Not too much carbonation in here. I would say if you really enjoy a lager or like a light beer, this would be great for you. Also for the ladies, if you want to drink this and not feel too heavy afterwards, I think this is a good go.
I would want to do a barley wine that I could age for about 10 years. Best beer I've ever had in my life was a 15-year-old barley wine.
So how does drinking a beer help you get into shape? Well, Lovelady Brewery has yoga and beer twice a month. For $15, you can have a glass of beer and take a yoga class. Cheers! More information is listed below in the description below. That's a lot of below. Sounds going rogue on us. It's sweeter than I thought it would be. It's really good, and you can definitely taste the raspberry. Go ahead.
Alright, great, thank you.